I came on this mission trip at first for community service hours, but now it's just such a cool experience. I definitely want to come back on another mission trip. Going on my first mission trip, I was a little afraid of there'd be cliques and everything, but that doesn't really seem to be here. Everyone is so inclusive and it's just so nice.
On July 18, 2009, 37 senior high youth and 14 adults drove to Rockford, Illinois, outside of Chicago, for a 9-day mission trip. This urban experience exposed the mission team to some of the difficulties encountered by people living in poor inner cities. Project teams were formed to help different homeowners. The team with the most challenging project worked on replacing a roof. A second team painted 2 porches and built a handicap ramp for their homeowner. Another team resurfaced part of a roof, repaired a bathroom, and repaired a walkway and porch. The final team renovated their homeowner's kitchen, bathroom, and porch.
I have learned how to roof, and I've learned how to put on a safety harness and stuff like that, but I've also learned that it doesn't really matter what kind of work that you're doing on a trip, so long as you're doing work and so long as you're helping people. And even though it may seem like, just a little thing, not that big of a deal, oh, I mowed your lawn, or, whatever, it can make a huge difference in somebody else's life.
The most meaningful part of this trip is when people you don't even know, like neighbors of the homeowners that you're working with, they come up to you and thank you for what you're doing, even though they don't even know you and you're not even working on their house. They still really appreciate what you're doing for their city in general.
While the youth learned many building skills, they also learned about inner city communities by interacting with the homeowners and people in the community.
The most emotional part was definitely seeing the neighborhoods and the houses we were working for, because growing up where I live, you don't really see too many people struggling in poverty as much as these people, and it was definitely eye-opening.
I experienced God on this trip by learning that there's life outside of Highlands Ranch that still struggles, and they make it through.
One day where it was raining outside, so in order to eat our lunch, we actually walked into a McDonald's and just ate our lunches there. And there was a family, a single mom with 4 kids. We were looking at each other and we had all this food. We had a sandwich, we had an apple, we had a soda, we had all this stuff. And we look over at her and she had her 4 kids and they all had a quarter of a hamburger. And they were smiling, the kids were running around, they didn't think that they had it bad.
I've grown during the week, spiritually and emotionally, because I've seen the people that we worked for. I saw how they were living. Our homeowner's son has been looking for a job for 3 years. He's 19 and has a kid and still doesn't have a job. And that's incredible, because I thought it was hard for me, and I looked for 2 months and I have a job.
I've grown because I kind of figured out that there are people that have so much less than what we have in Highlands Ranch, and they seem happy, but people in Highlands Ranch seem kind of sad just because they don't have the new iPhone or something like that.
During the evenings, the team relaxed at the host church and held nightly devotions.
I experienced God everywhere, especially through the devotions, because those were really deep and insightful.
For fun, the group spent one evening at a water park and visited downtown Chicago on their way home.
go on the mission trip. Before you die, go on a mission trip. It'll be the most powerful experience of your life. You'll learn things about yourself and about other people that you didn't even know was there, and you learn how to do all kinds of different stuff. You learn how to roof, you learn how to fix a car, you learn how to drive a bus, you know, you just learn really cool things. But I would say to everybody, go on a mission trip and get involved in your church, get involved in your youth group. It'll be the best thing that you ever do in your life.